Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Being your family's grocery store isn't just about having the best butcher cut meat or the freshest produce. It's not about having the highest quality online shopping or experts who handpick your groceries. And it's not just about giving you the most affordable prices. Being your family's grocery store means making sure that you have all of that. And that's why at Fairway Meat and Grocery, it's what we've always been about.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
For you. We'd like to welcome you to this year's Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament in Fort Dodge, Iowa. We hope you've enjoyed the action today, and we're here today with Farm Bureau President Brent Johnson. And we're actually visiting Brent at his farm just outside of Manson, Iowa. We are so thankful for all those who support us to help put on this great event, none of which are more important than Iowa Farm Bureau, our proud title sponsor. Why does Iowa Farm Bureau invest in Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union?
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to be the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, and we're also thrilled to be a part of this year's Girls State Softball Tournament. This tournament not only showcases Iowa's elite teams, but the athletes competing here today are among the nation's best and brightest, and our farmers are among the nation's most productive. Our partnership with the Girls Union gives us the opportunity to honor both while supporting and uplifting the Iowa girls.
Why has the Iowa Farm Bureau invested so much in support of the Iowa girl and all of Iowa's youth across this nation?
Well, we at Farm Bureau believe in championing Iowa's youth. After all, one day they will be our state's future leaders. The Iowa Farm Bureau Scholarship Program, we've given over $500,000 every year to kids across the state. We've also teamed up with the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union to sponsor concussion insurance at no cost to those athletes or their families so that they can continue to compete at a high level. We've also provided teachers over the last 8 years with over $450,000 so that they can properly equip their classrooms. And most recently, we've gifted $1 million to the FFA Foundation for their efforts to increase agriculture awareness and support their chapters across the state.
The student athletes participating in this year's tournament are taking home some great souvenirs.
The Signature Ball program, a memento that they can take with them so someday they can look back on their experiences here and know that the effort that they put in has really paid off, and really congratulate all those students that are competing here at this year's tournament.
Thank you, Brent, and thank you, Iowa Farm Bureau. Now let's get back to playing ball.
Good afternoon from Fort Dodge, Iowa, here at the Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex. It's the Class 2A semifinal, It's the Regina Catholic Regals taking on the Interstate 35 Roadrunners. Blake Walker's Aaron Exdahl with you here this afternoon. We're about an hour behind schedule thanks to a long 10-inning game in Class 4A for the semifinals up there. But this one's, Aaron, should be a great one. Regina, just by the skin of her teeth, snuck by Northeast 4-3. Interstate 35 got past Lisbon thanks to a plethora of hits, 9-5. The Roadrunners, dare I say, are on a little bit of a Cinderella run here at the state tournament.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And going back, what you're talking about at Regina, yeah, we've seen so many big upsets in this state tournament. It looked like Regina was right on the ropes of joining the likes of some of those other big schools that have gone down. But you know what? Good teams find ways to win when they need to, and that's what Regina did, as they have high aspirations of winning a state title this year.
Regina is the 1 seed at 28-8. Interstate 35 is the 5 seed, taking down number 4 Lisbon 9-4. The Roadrunners 26-12 on the season. They are making their first state tournament appearance here to Fort Dodge since 2017. They are led by Coach Libby Hayner in her third career season here at I-35 as a head coach. They beat Pleasantville, Mount Ayr, and then upset South Hardin to get here to the state tournament. Meanwhile, Regina, on the other side, took down Pekin, Cardinal, and Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont 12-0, 3-2, and 6-1. They obviously beat Northeast 4-3. The Regals got a rebound after an 8th-inning walk-off is how they got here from their win yesterday over Northeast. We'll see how the Regals can respond. Both these teams average about 7 runs per contest, and home runs aplenty for I-35. They have hit 27 homers this season. Meanwhile, Regina, just 3 home runs this season. So we'll see how the offenses come out today, and both teams very strong pitching as well from the beautiful Fort Dodge, Harlan, and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex. Airport right next door. There's a giant private jet flying in here. You see that a lot with all the college coaches coming in, or it could be Paul Yeager's jet. We're not really sure. But either way, it's a busy place to be, and like I said, we're a little bit behind. So if you're a Van Meter and Central Springs fan tuning in for your game at 5, it's not going to happen at 5. You're going to have to wait.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait a little bit of time, and I know I saw the Central Springs team already up here. They have certain times that they work out on all the fields. I've already seen Central Springs up here, and so they've got a long wait depending on how this game goes, and that could affect things. So maybe you look at that as well. I think we're going to head upstairs.
Yeah, we are. We'll head upstairs for your starting lineups, Regina and I-35.
Semifinal game between Interstate 35 Roadrunners and Regina Catholic Regals. The game on Friday on River Seats Field at 5 p.m. Fans, Harlan Rogers Park and all IGHSAU games are part of an abuse-free zone. Good sportsmanship and positive behavior for all spectators are expected at all IGHSAU events. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, coaches, and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and will result in offenders being ejected from Rogers Park for the rest of the tournament. We thank you for your cooperation and invite you to enjoy the game. Now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for Interstate 35. Number 12, Shelby Harding. Number 13, Reese Young. Number 14, Kylie Goring. Number 17, Josie Dutry. Number 20, Bella Grignell. Number 24, Macy Flaherty. Number 26, Georgia Jansen. Number 27, Mackenzie Phillips. And number 30, Zoe Sukar. The assistant coaches, Randy Molamp and Tab Newberry. Now let's meet the starters for the Roadrunners. Leading off a junior, the center fielder, number 25, Gracie Kirk. Dixon. Batting 6, a junior, the first baseman, number 22, Katie O'Leary. Batting 7th, a senior, the pitcher, number 5, Katie Murphy. Batting 8th, a sophomore, the left fielder, number 9, Cora Keller. Batting 9th, an 8th grader, the shortstop, number 11, Elise Maxwell. And the flex player, a freshman, playing right field, number 6, Kelsey Morris. Head coach of the Roadrunners is Libby Hanger. Now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for the Regals. Number 1, Natalie Gann. Number 6, Harper Irwin. Number 14, Reese Litton. Number 20, Malia Persley. Number 21, Kylie Devery. Number 27, Maria Polistina. Number 31, Rachel Nugent. The assistant coaches, Craig Stratton and Kristen Foster. Now let's meet the starters for the Regals. Leading off, a junior, the right fielder, number 7, Avery Key. Batting 2nd, a senior, the center fielder, number 11, Danny Laughlin. Batting 3rd, a senior, the catcher, number 8, Courtney Kessler. Batting 4th, a senior, the pitcher, number 5, Ashley Webb. Batting 5th, a junior, the shortstop, number 9, Gabby Stubel. Batting 6th, a sophomore, the DP, number 22, Kennedy Connor. Batting 7th, a junior, the left fielder, number 12, Morgan Gann. Batting 8th, a senior, the first baseman, number 16, Jillian Panther. Batting 9th, a junior, the second baseman, number 26, Allie Clark. And the flex player, a sophomore, the third baseman, number 42, Lacey Chambliss. Head coach for the Regals is Angela Kessler. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the area in front of home plate for the introduction of our umpires for this afternoon's game. On third place, base, J.D. Bootstrap. On first base, Paul Bird. Now calling your balls and strikes this afternoon, Tom Sullivan. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for state semifinal softball.
We are set to go here in Fort Dodge for your Class 2A semifinal. It's I-35. The Roadrunners taking on the Regina Catholic Regals. Blake Walker's Aaron Eggesdahl with you here this afternoon. There's a lot of swagger on the field right now. Both teams, I-35 was dressed as a Halloween costume party. Regina Catholic, all their hair has so much glitter in it, it's going to take 2 weeks to wash out. These two teams clearly have planned to be here a while, and one of them's about to go to the state championship game.
Yeah, absolutely, and I love the pink cowboy hats as well for the Regals they wore in. You can't see them right now, obviously not going to wear them on the field, but you can see what's in their hair. And when they walked across here when they came in, they all had pink cowboy hats on, so going with the Iowa girl theme there with the pink. We see it all over, and Jean Berger and her staff do a fantastic job with the IGHSAU. And you know what? I-35 answering right back with the costume. I saw an Iowa DOT worker out there. Yeah, that's
I was wondering. I'm like, how'd you get that shirt?
I wonder where that comes from too. But it's all fun and games, and yeah, it looked like. Well, I thought they were going to start line dancing up the first base side here for a second. I'm not sure what they were doing with their cleats over there, but man, we're in for a fun one, I think.
Yeah, we are. Ashley Webb, the senior, will start in the circle. 17-6 record on the season, making her 22nd start. 111 hits given up on the season. 171 strikeouts and a 1.55 ERA is how we'll start things out. I-35, Gracie Kirk will lead things off for the Roadrunners. Regina Catholic, led by head coach Angela Kessler. In her third season, both these coaches in just their third seasons. Kessler obviously has been to the state tournament before, but Coach Hayner, this is her first trip to the state tournament.
And Regina, they have experience as a school. I mean, there's so many times finishing second and first, so many times throughout the 2018, 17, 16. So many times won the title in 15 as well in 2A. And I was telling you there was a time, I told you there was a time where I was here and we were playing a championship game at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm pretty sure it was the 2017 championship with Regina.
This one is popped up by Kirk. That's going to be caught by the shortstop. And Gabby Supel makes the grab for out number 1.
I'll have to fact check myself on that one, but there was a time we were playing late state championship games. Iowa City, Regina that year. I know Davenport Assumption played a late game that year too. A little rain. We've been good weather-wise so far here at this tournament. Knock on some wood here.
83 degrees is temperature here at our opening pitch as Josie McCudden, 12 home runs this season for her. That leads the team. 46 RBIs, a 378 batting average.
Yeah, solid second hole hitter here for I-35, looking to get them going.
Webb goes outside and gets behind 2-0 in the count. I-35 defeated Lisbon 9-5 in the first round. It was hairy. They led early. Lisbon rallied all the way back. And then the Roadrunners were able to run away and defeat Lisbon. And the 5 seed has a chance to go to a state championship. We've seen already a couple seeds. 7 and 8 are meeting in the Class 4A title game. Definitely hasn't been chalk for sure. 2-1 is the count.
No, and it's been all over the board. It hasn't been just one single class. It's been all up and down the board. We've seen a ton of upsets.
McCudden swings through and misses for strike 2. And we'll see how that shapes out. 2 balls and 2 strikes here with 1 out here in the first.
Batting from the right side, and both teams just want to get off on the right foot, right? If you're Iowa City, Regina, you want to get back to the dugout, no damage done. If you're I-35, let's put a dent right away in the armor of this top seed.
Yeah, 2-2 pitch, fouled back into the net by McCudden. Josie, a senior. She's played and started in all but 1 game this season, 42 hits total. 42 runs to go with that. She's only struck out 14 times, and she's walked 15. That's tied for second most on the team. Webb on the 2-2 pitch. Out and away. Just can't seem to quite get the zone, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Listen, this I-35 team has played some good teams this year. Let's go back to June 28th. They were a 1-run off of Ankeny Centennial, who's going to play for a 5A title tomorrow.
Yeah, and they've won 17 out of their last 19 games. Really, one of the hottest teams in the state, and record-wise, nothing to write home about, 12 losses.
Yeah.
But like you said, played a lot of good teams. Prepares you well for the state tournament. The winner of this game gets the winner of Van Meter and Central Springs, which will take place after this game on this field. 3-2 pitch, fouled back. Zarin, we talk about it. Pitch count isn't a thing, really, in softball, but pitches mean a lot when it comes to stamina, and these long at-bats lead to serious stamina.
They really do, and especially on a day where it's getting kind of humid out there. Felt like it could rain a couple of hours ago. Now it's just really humid, and that humidity really wears on players.
The cut in, back up the middle, and it's caught right into the center fielder's lap. Nice play by Danny Laughlin, one of the top players in the class of 2023 in terms of recruiting. You'll see her a lot on the hitting side. She's headed to Texas State. And another thing about Laughlin, 600 batting average coming into the state tournament. That leads the state.
That's pretty good.
Yes, we'll see more about her on the offensive side. Trinity Darst, the catcher, in the box now.
Yeah, she's a good one. A lot of times you're going to have some of your best athletes in center field, and she's got a big center fielder that moves well, runs well, and obviously hits well. Iowa City Regina's got a really good piece there at center field.
Just 2 seniors on this whole batting lineup for I-35. That's pretty impressive as it is for how good they've been, so that's something to look forward to. As Darst watches that one go high, it'll be 1 ball and 1 strike. Darst, 7 home runs this year, 26 RBIs. She's a .409 hitter. 2 outs, nobody on. 1-1 pitch to Darst, and she'll chop that one down the left field line and foul.
All right, if you're playing for Iowa City Regina, see all the different colors, the braids going through your hair. What are you wearing?
I love the color red. Red's my color, so
right.
I'd go red.
All right.
I would not braid my hair though. 1-2. low, and it gets away from the catcher, and it'll be even at 2-2.
Not a whole lot there to.
No, you and I both do not have a lot of hair that much hair to go.
Especially me. I got a haircut this morning before coming up here, so it's my 5 weeks. Every 5 weeks.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here for Darst. Darst 2-2, upstairs, good hole, and the count will run full once again.
Yeah, that's a really tough pitch to lay off of sometimes. It looks so good, and then it just rises up out of the zone.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you're going to get a swing and a miss there, but Darst doing a really good job of watching it all the way to the plate, saying, nope, I'm going to stay off this one.
Darst has walked 15 times this year, and that is not one of them. That's a strikeout, her 8th of the year. Ashley Webb's fired up for good reason. We are headed bottom 1, 0-0. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
What's affordable to her might not be for him. Our means may be different, but our need for energy is the same. And keeping the price for that energy as low as possible is exactly what we strive to do. It's what we've always done. Investments made 10 years ago have kept prices nearly unchanged. Investments made today will help keep prices predictable for the future. With energy that's cleaner, reliable, and affordable for all. An energy future that's American-made. Mid-American. Obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hey fans, Central College has you covered with career-building programs, and with tuition less than $20,000 a year and tons of scholarships available, it's the best decision ever. Apply today at central.edu. Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament. Bottom 1 we go, I-35 and Regina Catholic going at it in this Class 1A semifinal. Regina finds themselves up to bat. Avery Keys, the right fielder, gets her chance in the box, and pitching today for the I-35 Roadrunners will be Katie Murphy, and the first pitch she throws is a ball.
Yeah, Murphy over 170 innings this year, near 180 innings, 1.38 ERA, 122 strikeouts coming into this state tournament, and that one's fouled left side. Doesn't allow a lot of free bases. She's really made hitters earn their bases this year. 16-10 record, a 17-10 record, I should say, with victory for her in the quarterfinals. So, yeah.
13 RBIs for Keys, a .411 batting average. 46 hits this year, 44 of which are singles.
Offered there. Left tee.
Yeah, gets 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Trying to get that big first person on base here. We've seen teams that score early have quite the advantage here at the state tournament. That one's outside on a slider, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, we saw that in the last game. If you were watching us with North Scott and Norwalk, North Scott got off to a good start. Norwalk had a lot of the momentum a lot of that game, but it was really that early start. That was the difference in the game, a 2-run win for North Scott.
Even count at 2-2. That one's low in the dirt, and the count will run full at 3 balls and 2 strikes here for Avery Keys, who has walked 19 times this year. That leads the team.
Yeah, pitch away. You got to pitch to waste there. Try to get her to chase after it.
3-2. Keys gives it a ride foul down the left field line. Winds carrying out to the north. So this helps a hitter like Keys if she gets on it at the right time.
Yeah, and she really has the way she chokes up on her bat, different than a lot of hitters you'll see. As the hands not together, one hand at top, one hand at bottom.
That time late and underneath of it, fouls it back. And a couple long at-bats here to get us going.
Yeah, just the way she likes to slap it as she really moves out those hands to allow her the best way to try to move that ball where she wants to from the left side. And also to be able to reach some of those extra pitches like she does there to foul a couple away.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Out and away, and there's a walk. 20th walk of the year for Avery Keys. Again, if you're tuning in here near the 5 o'clock top of our hour and you're thinking Van Meter Central Springs, well, this is Van Meter Central Springs in a way. It is next. It is immediately following this game. We are behind by pretty much an hour for the most part here at the Iowa Central field. Danny Laughlin gets to go. And Danny Laughlin, 600 and, let me get this right, 600 batting average. That one's chopped short on a short little bunt. That's going to be down for a hit. And Laughlin is on with a bunt single.
It doesn't always take you having to try to hit one out of the park. You don't have to try to swing for a home run every single time. Your job is to get on base, and what does she do? Bunts one in a perfect spot. Nobody can find that one there, right in between first and the pitcher, and couldn't have asked for a better start here for Regina.
I did lie. Laughlin did get under 600 in that last game, so she's at 596, but still very, very impressive. Next up to bat, Courtney Kessler, the catcher, with her chance with the runner on first and second. First pitch she sees is right down the middle for strike one. Couple graphical errors on our side. We'll try to get them figured out, but nonetheless, we'll try to keep you updated here score-wise. Still 0-0. No balls, one strike with no outs, and a runner on first and second here for Regina. 0-1 pitch. Changeup drops low. All runners advance. That one goes wide. Ooh, nice job by I-35 to have the shortstop back there just in case. That was Elise Maxwell saved a possible game-leading run.
Yeah, Maxwell, great positioning for her there. That's why she's there, to back up the throw to third base. McCudden over there at third. Just couldn't quite reach it, but Maxwell's there.
Kessler back up the middle. Second baseman hops on top of it, and Regina thought about getting two. Instead, they'll get in a runoff. Laughlin trying to go home. She does not get it, but it does advance the runner all the way to third with just one out. I'd say that's not too bad.
Yeah, not bad. You're going to find a run. Runner is out at home. Got another runner at third base. We see that now more in softball. The best teams in the state are the ones that are the most aggressive on the base pass. We've seen that this season. I think conversation going to be had here in the circle.
So Regina takes the 1-0 lead. And on that hit, that was a fielder's choice. Courtney Kessler went all the way around and got all the way to third base. Laughlin knew her fate was decided when she already took off home. She was out clearly at home. But nonetheless, one out, and you got a runner on third. And you lead.
Yeah.
So one out, runner on third. It's a 1-0 lead for Regina. As Ashley Webb, the pitcher, into the box. Webb, a senior, 16 RBIs, a .348 hitter. She's walked 14 times this year, 24 hits, one of which was a triple. First pitch is low for ball one.
Yeah, with Regina, I mean, sometimes it just takes one or two runs to win a game, so we get a run home and got another run over at third base. A ball to the right side of the infield. Hero is going to score that run likely.
Webb goes out to get it and fouls it into the net down the left field line. So you got Kessler on third here for Regina. Nobody else on the base paths and just one out. So a sacrifice is in play here. 1-1 pitch upstairs. They'll make it 2-1.
Another lefty here going to try to come with it as you see her working on that in the outside the box. Trying to drag that down the first base side.
Webb making her 28th start of the season. That one lined down the left field line and foul, and it evened the count back up at 2-2. A lot of foul balls here early.
Yeah, I got out ahead of that one just a little bit. Needed to let that one travel in the zone just a little bit longer. Poked it down that third base side.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on third. It's a 1-0 lead for Regina here. There goes our scoreboard back on. 2-2 pitch. That one grounded back up the middle. That's going to get past everyone. 1 run is in. It's an RBI single for Ashley Webb.
Yeah, with authority, Kessler stomps on a home plate to give Regina that lead, and that's why you're okay with that out at home. Don't want to have it out at home, but you got a runner at third and just takes one base hit like you have there.
Yeah.
As you have a courtesy runner.
Yep, looks like it's going to be Harper Irwin, the freshman.
Okay.
An IMT insurance substitution. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. So Irwin will go on and run on first base, and this will bring up Gabby Supple, the shortstop. Supple, 34 hits this year, 21 RBIs, a .309 batting average. One out. She thought bunt. That one's in the dirt. Irwin takes off to second base and is in easily with a stolen base.
Yeah, now you got another runner in scoring position. Good speed over there. That's why with that good speed, and Regina's pretty, you see them all around the state at different things, especially see them down at state track and such. They got runners. Take that second base there.
1 ball, no strikes here. Regina trying to extend this lead here in the bottom of the first. Looking good early. 1-0 pitch is sent deep to right field and foul. Down the line, you can see the other consolation game happening there on the background of that camera shot. Consolation games going on all across.
Yeah.
That is a thing. If whoever loses today, they still get to play tomorrow.
For third.
Third place, yes. 1-1. And reaching out to go get it again is Supple. There's a couple times Regina's done that, just reaching out to go get the ball.
Yeah, actually used to play for 7th and 8th as well.
Now it's just tied.
Now I think you just tie.
Yep, tied for 7th.
Yep.
But it's like we've talked about. Makes for sure you're here 2 days if you lose in the first round. That one's lined back up the middle. That's going to be down for a hit. Runner will hold at third. Instead, Supple takes off to second because of the long throw to home. And it is technically a single, but it's a double of the bases there for Gabby Supple.
Yeah, and that's why, the coaches are going to say there, got to hit our cutoffs. If that's hit a cutoff there, then you hold that runner at second base. But if that runner comes home, obviously the cutoff, slows the relay, but try to keep that runner off of second base. No cutoff, comes all the way home and moving up on the throw.
The other game on the other field has caught up with us. They're just about to start their first inning. We're still in the first inning over here on our 3:30 game that was supposed to start. So 1 ball, no strikes here. This is Kennedy Connor, the designated player. Connor, a sophomore, 35 RBIs this season. That's second best on the team. She's a .410 hitter, and she's got runners on second and third with just 1 out. They counted Kessler's hit. It was a fielder's choice technically, but it is 4 hits is what they've given Regina on the board.
Yeah,
but,
get the hit there and then the throw coming home. So, credited for a hit. Now a conversation going to be had because I-35 just doesn't want this to get too far here. Scoring runs could be a little bit of an issue. Regina doesn't give up a whole lot of runs.
No.
As we saw, that winning blanking there in the first round. And
Northeast.
Yep, Northeast. And only 3 runs given up in the regional tournament so far.
3-0 pitch is out and away. That's ball 4. Yes, it is. Okay. Thought we were a little confused there. Second walk of the inning, and Connor will take off, and bases are loaded with just 1 out for Morgan Gahn.
Yeah, for Regina, Pekin 12-0, beat them in the regional tournament. Cardinal 3-2, and then Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont 6-1. So just 3 total runs given up so far in the regional and state tournament.
Gahn, a .374 hitter. That one just catches the top of the zone for strike 1. This is a much better start for Regina than they had in that first round. Trying to explode here early.
Yeah, and even some of the big teams they've played this year, some of the big 5A, 4A schools they played, just not a lot of runs given up. So far for Regina, they held Fort Dodge to 3 runs earlier this season. Muscatine held them to just 2 runs. Assumption only 4 runs, so
1-1, good pitch by Murphy, swings through for strike 2. Boy, if you can get an out here, that'd be huge to eliminate the sacrifice opportunity here.
Yeah, strikeout, best case scenario for Murphy and company.
Gahn watches that one go by, or Gahn, watches that one go high, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good crowd on hand for both teams here in this afternoon slate. 1 out, bases loaded for Gahn. And that one is low, framed not in time, and it's 3-2, and the chance to walk in a run is very possible.
Yeah, nearing 30 pitches here in the first inning so far as well for Murphy. So we talked about the fatigue could be starting to set in.
3 balls and 2 strikes. That one is outside, and that is ball 4, and a run will walk home. Back-to-back walks.
Yeah, 29th pitch of the inning for Murphy, and I think we're going to have a conversation at minimum here. as I-35 checking to see how many meetings / conferences or timeout / conferences that they have / have used.
Now, Katie Murphy has been the go-to pitcher. Shaylee Dixon has pitched some this season. She's made 10 starts. She's 7-2, but obviously they want to try to stick with their ace, Katie, here.
Yeah.
And just not the start she's been looking for.
Yeah, Dixon's ERA is close to 5 this season, about 50 innings pitched. So, yeah, as you mentioned, 7-2 record. So if they need to go somewhere, they do have Dixon, the sophomore. It'd be a tough place for a sophomore right now. Bases loaded against the number 1 team. State semifinals already trailing 3-0. And
Jillian Panther, 1 home run on the season. That's one of their 3 that they have total as a team. 8 RBIs, a .280 batting average. She swings through that one and foul tips back for strike 1. She started in just 25 games this season out of their 36. And with bases loaded and 1 out, a sacrifice is all you need. I-35 trying to limit damage here. 0-1 pitch. And boy, that was a slow roller that was tossed in, and Panther I don't even think she thought it was going to be that slow.
Yeah, a little bit of I think, change-up action there out of the hands of Murphy. Maybe trying to throw a curveball. Misses with it, got the foul tip, so 0-2.
Good spot here for Murphy. Panther 0-2 pitch upstairs. If you can see on that back camera, they are Kennedy Connor tipping the pitch back there on second base, waving her hand up, trying to help her teammate here in the box any way she can. 1-2. Panther short, and the second baseman hops on top of it in time for out number 2, but it does get a run in, and it's a sacrifice nonetheless for Jillian Panther.
Yeah, and a great job by Jones over at second base. Didn't get flustered with herself. The ball that was on the ground, she bobbled it at first, but was able to compose herself. He had a short 30-foot throw there from the middle of, or from the second base position, but in between first and second, and makes the play nicely.
Allie Clark, 15 RBIs this year, .346 batting average. Runners on second and third for her. Murphy catches the zone for strike 1. Well, you got 2 outs down. I think that's, can't look at the scoreboard. You got to think positive here. Murphy got that 1 out. Now she's got 0-2 right where she wants to be.
Yeah, and this is a spot you got to have an out, or don't have to have an out, but you want to have an out here if the lineup flips over back to the top of the order for Iowa City Regina after this. So if 9 gets on, again, now then you got either bases loaded or another run in, and maybe a couple on for top of the order.
High ball on a rise ball. 0-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. The damage has been done. Regina explodes 4-0. We are headed top 2. Regina on top. You're watching the Iowa High School State Softball Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Living your best life means something different to everyone, especially when it comes to healthcare. That's why Mercy One offers compassionate, personalized care. We are here for you with one team of experts, providing access to the primary care and highly rated specialty care you need, easily and conveniently. So go ahead, live your best life. We're with you every step of the way. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament. Blake Walker, Zarin Eggesall with you here this afternoon. Zarin, a 4-0 lead for Regina, but you got to think I-35 has to be feeling all right because their offense is very good. You got to expect them to get going here.
Yeah, it starts just one batter at a time, right? We're not going to try to hit a 4-run home run with nobody on base. Yeah. So one batter at a time. Let's get a couple of base hits. Let's string some momentum together. And that's all it takes. There's a lot of softball still to be played in this game.
There were 2 pop outs and an Ashley Webb strikeout against Trinity Darce that first time. out for I-35's batting order. Betsy Jones, the second baseman, now up to bat with an 0-1 count here. Jones watches that one upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, good eye to start the at-bat here for Jones. Cleanup hitter for I-35. 4, 5, and 6 are due up after the 1, 2, 3 for Regina in the first.
An 8th grader with some power. 2 home runs. That one's blooped over to the shortstop, and the catch is made. Nice job by Gabby Supel. Out for out number 1.
Yeah, you don't see an 8th grader in the cleanup spot of a lineup very often, but you got one like Jones, and she might be a factor later in this game.
Shaylee Dixon, 316 hitter, 1 home run, 28 RBIs, 36 hits. Still looking for that first triple of the season. 9 doubles, the rest are singles. 1 out, nobody on here for Dixon. Shaylee watches that one go outside for 1 ball.
Webb hovering around 20 pitches so far in 1 1/3, so she's been very efficient.
Calm, cool, collected in the circle. As I say that, she goes upstairs, misses the catcher for ball 2. I-35 at this point just got to get a runner on, and just maybe it's just a hit or something just to break something.
Yeah, just one at a time. Station to station is what they call it. If everybody gets singles, we're going to score just as many runs as 1 or 2 home runs.
2-0 pitch. Catches the top of the zone for strike 1. See a couple Central Springs players, and I bet there's a couple Van Meter players. This is the positive here for both these teams, or teams here at the state tournament on semifinal day. You can technically go and watch the other team you're facing either immediately after or immediately before your game.
Yeah, and that's why the schedule's set up the way the schedule is, because, right now Central Springs and Van Meter getting to watch this game to see who they know, and then, of course, whoever wins this game, and actually both teams, because you'll play the loser will play the loser, so both teams will turn around after this game and watch the next game, and that's why semifinals, everybody plays in the same field for each class, and that's why they're set up that way.
Shaylee Dixon's hanging in tight here. 3 balls and 2 strikes and a long at-bat, 1 out and nobody on. Dixon swings through and misses for strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Ashley Webb.
Yeah, and Webb trying to create some momentum herself as the flashy Iowa City Regina players. We've seen what they've been wearing, what they got rocking in the hair, and then, just that big fist pump. That's so cool to see by Webb after a big strikeout. Love to see the energy brought to the softball game.
Katie O'Leary, 358 hitter. Can she be the one to break this small drought here? First pitch to her is upstairs, and O'Leary holds off for 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, first baseman that bats lefty. Don't see a whole lot of that.
That's good, though, for her on first base. Can protect the line without having to reach over.
Yeah.
O'Leary swings through and misses for strike 1.
Junior has, around 40 hits so far this year. Has done well in that 6th spot.
She's an Iron Woman. She's played and started in all 37 games for the Roadrunners as she fouls this one back into the bleachers.
And for I-35, maybe just trying to settle in a little bit here.
And if you're Regina, can't get too high on your horse. You're up 4-0, but still a long, long way to go. Can't overthink anything, especially here on defense. Key part here. O'Leary, 1-2, reaches out and pops it over to Supel. Supel throws across the diamond. Good catch by Panther. Out for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. We're headed bottom 2. 4-0 Regina leads. You're watching the Iowa High School State Softball Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
What's affordable to her might not be for him. Our means may be different, but our need for energy is the same. And keeping the price for that energy as low as possible is exactly what we strive to do. It's what we've always done. Investments made 10 years ago have kept prices nearly unchanged. Investments made today will help keep prices predictable for the future. With energy that's cleaner, reliable, and affordable for all. An energy future that's American-made. Mid-American. Obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
you!
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament. Blake Walker's Aaron Eggesdahl with you here this afternoon. Class 2A semifinal matchup going on right here. Regina on top of Interstate 35. 4-0 is your score. We're back to the top of the batting order as Regina got all the way through their batting order. Avery Keys walked in the first. Gets a chance here to start the second.
Keys looking to get Regina going here in the second as they did in the first. Murphy threw 36 pitches in the first inning, 21 strikes. About a 60% strike rate there for Murphy.
She remains in here in the second. 1-0 pitch. That one chopped foul down the left field line. She's not attacking the middle of the zone per se because there's been a lot of fouls and a lot of her pitches that she's missed have been outside. Being careful against this Regina offense. Trailing 4-0 here early in the bottom of the second. Murphy on a 1-1 pitch. That one swung through and misses for strike 2. And now Keys has to regroup behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And from the left side, she's trying to get a pitch she wants to hit here.
Nobody out, nobody on for Keys. She reached out for it, and the runner takes off, and she is going to be out at first base. So a swing and a miss.
Yeah, well played there by Darst as she didn't panic herself. That ball down in the dirt, just picked it up, step and throw. Some catchers will just get in a hurry and just either throw it in the dirt or throw it over the first baseman's head. But just step and throw. Get outside into the middle of the field, step and throw to first base.
Danny Lachlan, the Texas State signee, sends this one out to left field foul. She had a bunt single her first time up this afternoon. Chance to get going here with 1 out and nobody on for the Regals.
Yeah, another lefty. This is the lineup for Regina. They boast some lefties here at the top.
Lachlan 53, now 54 hits on the season, 18 RBIs. No home runs, though. Still looking for that first home run of the campaign. She's a hitter that contact hitter, if you will.
Yeah, she's a hitter, like I said earlier. You don't have to, some people look at somebody that's got a high average and say, oh, she's the most powerful hitter that you're going to find. And sometimes it's just about the finesse. It's not, we watch all the stuff we watch about all the big, powerful, there's finesse to softball.
Yeah.
And she does the finesse really well. And that works just as well.
Yes, it does. Working out well this season with a batting average close to 600. 0-2 pitch. She slaps that one past the shortstop, and she speeds on to first base. That is another hit. She's 2 for 2 on the day. Danny Lachlan.
Yeah, and just finds a pitch that's towards the top of the zone and just gets enough on it to send it into left field, and that's what she does. Now she expects her teammates to come behind her and bring her around.
Courtney Kessler had a hit last time, and then it led to an out, but still got on base. That awkward kind of run around. Lachlan takes off. Play at second base. Not in time. That one rolls all the way out in the outfield, but Lachlan, I think she knew no matter what the pitch was, she was going to take off to second base. She is safely in for a stolen base.
Yeah, an awkward slide there by Lachlan as with that awkward slide, she was unable to get back up and try to run for third as that ball missed the shortstop, Maxwell, and the second baseman, Jones, and scooted out to Kirk in center field as we get a little cloud cover above us here.
Don't hate it. That's Lachlan's 33rd stolen base on the season. That is crushed to deep right field foul by Kessler.
Yeah, now that runner at second base, we mentioned the Regina runners at second base, they're watching what Darst does, and they're not necessarily calling out what type of pitch, but the location of where that pitch is going to be.
That one a little inside. It'll be counted for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike here for Murphy up against Kessler.
which is all fair game. I mean, all she's doing is watching where the catcher's setting up at, so it's not like she's stealing signs or anything. She just, hey, the catcher's set up inside. A lot of times we're going to throw inside.
Kessler rips it to right field. Gets past the right fielder. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Lachlan turns on it from second all the way home. The runner still taking off and will hold at third. It's a triple for Courtney Kessler.
Yeah, we'll see what they decide to do here. It's for sure a hit.
It's a Kruger Seeds extra base hit. If it's a triple, that's the thing. But that thing went all the way to the wall, got past the right fielder, Kelsey Morris. Take a look at the replay. Zarin, she had it. It just simply slipped under her glove.
Yeah, and they are going to charge her with an error with it, so it actually will be will probably go down as one base and then 2 bases on the error by the right fielder, Morris, is how I think they will score it. We do have the error up on the board and the hit, so because if that ball is played in front, runner's probably not taking off second. Maybe gets second, but can't judge that. So it'll be a single with the 2 bases on the error.
Boy, how about this top part of the lineup? Ashley Webb gives it a ride down to the center field line. That's an RBI single for Webb. It's 6-0 Regina.
Yeah, just lines it back up the middle, and that's just fundamental hitting right there. You see ball, hit ball, just lines it right back. Linear swing. We're not swinging up. We're not swinging down. Just linear right through the zone and drive a ball back up the middle.
It's incredible. Incredible softball here so far. 7 hits in 2 innings here for the Regina Catholic Regals. It is 6-0. I think very well Northeast might have woken up Regina yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. Regina is come to play here in the semifinals. Showing bunt.
Hold back. Runner goes. Play at second. Yes, she got her.
Wow. That was a good throw, but credit the tag of Maxwell. A swipe tag. Gets it in her glove and just swipes backwards. And you're not always going to get the out there because sometimes you're going to miss. You're not looking, right? You're just swiping and trying to hit somewhere, and she does. So
Trinity Darst, credit to her. Back behind the dish. I-35 is trying to figure out what they want to pitch here as we're going to have time called.
What was the I was just trying to figure out the exact same thing as they're going to call time to figure out what
the count was.
0-1.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had to figure out what the pitch was actually called before the throwdown. It was called a strike. Okay. All of us, I was in the same boat. I was just about to say it, and then the first base umpire, he read my mind, and he decided to do it.
Chop short to the third baseman, throw on to first. Catch is made by Alari in time for out number 3. More damage has been done. Regina is cruising 6-0. Bottom 2 we go. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion. Because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament. We are headed to the top of the third. I said bottom 2 when we went to break. Top third here. Iowa City Regina on top of Interstate 35, 6-0. Blake Walker, Zarin Agastal with you here this afternoon. Katie Murphy, the pitcher, steps up to bat, trying to get this Roadrunner offense a little bit of life.
Yeah, just need a little spark, right? We just need to get something going. It starts with a hit.
And that one's lined back up the middle. Supple makes the grab, and it's in time for out number 1. Supple's playing well at shortstop.
Yeah, some nights of the week that's going to be a base hit, but not when Supple is standing at shortstop. Just a great chopper up the middle. Fields it well. See, everything has to be done right? You have to field that well, you have to step, you have to throw it correctly. Otherwise, the runner's going to be safe. You can't have any mistakes, and Supple does not. Fields it well on a chopper, 1-2 step throw right to the chest of Panther over at first base in time for the out.
1 out, nobody on. Cora Keller gets hit, and she will head on to first base. And Webb thought maybe she leaned into it, or hit the knob, but instead they're going to say it hits Keller, and that is the first base runner today for I-35.
Yeah, and Keller over at first base, she was kind of rubbing that area, so I would assume it hit her unless they got good acting classes at I-35.
I do know I-35. They've had a couple musicals, try to keep up with musicals around the state. So as a former theater student myself, that one's sent on the line, left center. That's going to get down, and it'll be another single. First hit of the day for I-35. Breaks up the no-hitter, Elise Maxwell.
Yeah, and sometimes it doesn't take a hit. Sometimes it takes just one of your runners getting on with a hit. Hey, let's get into it. And if you're I-35 right now, they're going to get their crowd going. You can hear them cheering in the background saying, let's go. And runners at first and second here. Top of the order due up for I-35. This is where you want to be if you're a road runner.
This team exploded yesterday against Lisbon to pull away and win. They only had to score 4 there in that one, but this one it's a little bit steeper, but still possible as Gracie Kirk swings through and misses. She popped out her first time out today. 7 hits for Regina. That was the first hit for I-35 here in the top of the third. That one upstairs for Webb. 1 ball in, 1 strike. Again, if you're tuning in, waiting for Van Meter Central Springs, you have to wait till the conclusion of this one.
Yeah.
As myself and Ben Gislason will be on the call of that one. This game will set one half of the championship here in 2A.
Yeah, it's only about 15 minutes, too, for the grounds crew. Man, oh, man, do they turn a field around quickly.
Yeah, they do.
And that's what keeps us as close to schedule as possible.
Yep.
I mean, if this grounds crew didn't work as efficiently as they do, I mean, we could be in a further deficit time-wise.
2-1 pitch. That one's upstairs. 3 balls and 1 strike. It's ironic. Ben is supposed to call the 7 o'clock game with Paul Yeager over on the other field. I told him, you will not be calling the 7 o'clock game over there because there is no way that we are going to finish 2 games in an hour and a half. 3-1. That one blooped to left field, and everybody's going to be safe on the base paths. Back-to-back hits. Gracie Kirk is on with a single. And the bases will go loaded for Josie McCudden, who, oh, by the way, leads the team in home runs with 12.
Yeah, now you got the bases loaded. Listen, I mean, a couple of hits here. 6 runs seems like a lot, especially with a Regina team that doesn't give up a lot of runs. I mean, the last time they have given up this many runs, you know, what would need to tie this game, 6 runs against, none of the regional tournament. You have to go all the way back into June before the last time they did it.
Had the opportunity yesterday to call Wayne's game over Remsen St. Mary's. Devin Davis hit a grand slam in that game. That was the 16th ever grand slam hit here at the state tournament. Doesn't seem like a lot, and it's not a lot for how many games have been played at this state tournament. And a big chance here for Josie McCudden here as she swings through that one. She thought about it too. Hard hack through that one for strike 1.
Yeah. Big cut. She's trying to help her team out here. But again, it goes back to what we were talking about. I-35 doesn't need her to hit a grand slam here.
No.
Base hit, station to station. What has everybody been doing so far? Hit, single, single. Bases loaded.
Webb just misses. No, she did not. Late little call there. Strike 2.
And if you get another single here, you score a run, bases stay loaded, right? And then you just slowly chip away at the lead. It's only the 3rd inning, folks.
0-2 pitch. I feel like Webb can do whatever she wants here.
Oh, 100%.
On the way upstairs, good hold by McCudden. She wanted to go.
Yeah, and you're going to see her, Webb, likely go outside the zone again here on 1-2. No point in giving anything good to hit on 1-2. If she wants to chase, she wants to taste it. Then when we get to 2-2, 3-2, that changes up our approach.
1-2 pitch. McCudden foul, tips it back. Got a piece of it and keeps the count alive at 1-2.
Yeah, I think she just barely missed her spot there. Was trying to go high again. Left it. I mean, it was still high. Likely would have been a called strike, but probably right at the top of the zone. And McCubbin saw it coming in. She wanted a piece of it. She's eager to swing.
Yeah, 378 hitter, 46 RBIs, 12 home runs, 1-2 pitch. She goes out to get it. Ashley Webb pulls the string, and that's a huge strikeout.
Yeah, Ashley Webb going outside. I mentioned on 1-2, you can go away, you can go high. Not going to always want to go low in that situation because you don't want the ball to get behind your catcher. But goes outside. She knows she's got the faith in Kessler behind the plate to swing out in the left-handed batter's box and snag that one. And now you got two-way. Chance to get out of a jam.
Yeah, Trinity Darst is the last one up here. 2 outs in the third. Ooh, that was a good pitch right down the middle. Could have been the one to swing at. Darst doesn't. Strike one.
Yeah, Darst, not the pitch she was looking for, though. That's the biggest thing with softball. Sometimes you got to go with what you're expecting.
Now, Darst leads the team in hits with 47, so this is someone you want to see up. Not as many RBIs as McCudden, just 26, but 7 home runs, too, so it's a good part of the lineup to have this happen here.
Yeah, she could use a big hit here.
1 ball and 1 strike. Darst pops it up to shallow center field, and the catch is made. And just like that, Regina escapes with the bases loaded. We're headed bottom 3, 6-0, Iowa City, Regina on top. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
What's affordable to her might not be for him. Our means may be different, but our need for energy is the same. And keeping the price for that energy as low as possible is exactly what we strive to do. It's what we've always done. Investments made 10 years ago have kept prices nearly unchanged. Investments made today will help keep prices predictable for the future. With energy that's cleaner, reliable, and affordable for all. An energy future that's American-made. Mid-American. Obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament. Fans' official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Get out your smartphones and just scan the QR code on your screen now or visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. Again, that's IGHSAU.org as our scanner code. Or our code scan barcode isn't working right now, but you can always go and check it out on the website. So.
QR code.
Yeah, oh my gosh. The scanner code.
Yeah. It's been a long week.
Yeah.
It's been a long week.
Yeah, that thingamabob. We are in the bottom of the third inning. Regina on top of I-35, 6-0. The Regals flew quickly there in that second inning, first inning as well. They've had multiple hits in back-to-back innings. They'll try to keep that going here as Kennedy Connor walked her first time up tonight. She steps into the box. Out and away for ball 2.
Yeah, and a good stop. And I was going to mention earlier, I'm not sure how well you can see it there on your screens, but I love the paint on the mask of Darst behind home plate, showing off her catching skills there a moment ago.
Slider out and away. That's going to be ball 3. Murphy has already walked 3 today. I didn't even see. What is the...
Yeah, it looks cool. It's just I don't know what kind of a design it is, but...
That one lined right to the second baseman. Connor is out. Good catch by Betsy Jones. And Connor lines out in her first at-bats of the inning.
Normally high school athletes, you don't see a lot of fun designs on those helmets. Usually they're just solid in the school's colors, but it's almost got like a paint scheme like on a hockey mask and goalie's mask, and it looks cool back there for Darst.
Morgan Gunn. She walked her first time up. Murphy keeps going back to that slider out and away, and it's just not working. Out and away again for a ball.
Gone, 7-hole hitter, walked.
Ball 2.
Another lefty in this lineup for Regina.
Our score guy up in the booth has missed ball 1. It's 2 balls and no strikes. That one's right back up the middle. That's going to be down for a hit. And on base is Morgan Gahn.
And here we go. I-35 trying to build back, Regina trying to build back again now after I-35 got some traffic on the bases. Now Regina trying to answer back, trying to extend their lead a little bit.
And you bring up Jillian Panther, who had to sacrifice her first time out to score a run. Panther, a senior, hitting .280 on the year. One out, runner on first. Panther, good pitch. Gets it right up the middle. Murphy got it off her foot. They still are able to get the play at first. Good catch by Ilari. And down for out number 2. It does advance the runner.
Yeah, 1-3-6 on that as that tipped off the glove of Murphy, the pitcher. It was off her glove, cleaned up by Maxwell, and Ilari automatic over there at first base. Sometimes that skill of scooping over first base, you don't get as much credit as first baseman should.
Yeah.
Coming from a former first baseman, I gotta throw out my fellow first baseman.
Left-handed.
Yeah.
That too. Allie Clark foul tips it back into the glove for strike 1. Clark struck out her first time up tonight. Clark started in 30 games this year for the Regals. 0-1 pitch, up and away for ball 1. It's be huge for I-35 if you could get out of here with no runs.
Yeah, absolutely. They've proven, I-35 has here in the top half of the third, that they can put runners on base. They just need to keep this game at 6. They don't want to let it get much further away.
Clark 1-1. Bunt is laid. She'll try to speed on to first. Play is in time. Ilari with a couple great grabs this half inning. 1 left on. We're headed to the 4th. 6-0. Regina on top. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, an Iowa farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. As proud title sponsor of the state softball tournament, the Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to creating a vibrant future for Iowa through partnerships and programs that help cultivate individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. Making it to the state tournament is a great accomplishment that takes a lot of support. That's why we provide millions of dollars in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence. The well-being of Iowa students is also very important to Farm Bureau. That's why we provide concussion insurance coverage at no cost for all students in grades 9 through 12 who participate in a sanctioned sport. As just one of only 7 states to provide this coverage, it's just another way we're striving to support Iowa's outstanding young leaders. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau, congratulations to all the players and coaches on an outstanding season, and good luck in the tournament.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament. Blake Walker's Aaron Eggesdahl with you here this evening. Just past 5:30 at the bottom of the hour. Class 2A semifinal, Regina and I-35. 6-0, Regina on top of the Roadrunners. And this will be Betsy Jones up to bat here.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier, both Central Springs, Van Meter out there in left field. They're watching the game. Going to be a lot of blue. Looks like Van Meter's got their blue jerseys on.
I was just about to say, good. That's going to be rough. Luckily, Central Springs has black pants, but
they do.
That's going to be tough for Ben and I. But
yeah, Van Meter's got their blues on. Central Springs, they like to go with the blues as well, so that game will be coming up.
1-0 pitch. That one popped up in the air by Jones, and it will not drop. What a grab by the center fielder, Danny Lachlan. That is why she's one of the top prospects in the state of Iowa.
Yeah, what a play there out in center field. I mentioned earlier she can move well. And let's watch this one again. I think we've got as Lachlan makes an immediate beat. As soon as that ball's off the bat, she sees it and comes diving in. That's great. And then look at that energy again. Fired up.
She was already leaning down, ready to dive.
Yeah.
And makes a heck of a grab.
Yeah. Hey. Sometimes you only get one opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, this last opportunity to play here in Fort Dodge and at the state tournament. Have fun doing it.
Yeah, Shaylee Dixon now into the box for I-35. Swings through the 1-0 pitch. Makes it 1-1 strike. Dixon struck out her first time up today here in the second.
Now, some schools like Regina are here at the state softball tournament all the time, and there's schools here that will be here this week, and then may not see them again for 10, 5-10 years, might be the only chance.
It's always interesting. Some teams or people say, why do they celebrate so much? Well, one, it's the state softball tournament. It's hard to get here. Only, 8 times 5, I can do math, 40 teams get here. You never know when it's going to be your last time for a while. That's why the teams that come here so often, you're like, don't ever let it get to you because it's always a thing you should cherish. That one outside, and that'll be a walk. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, and even
Dixon takes off.
And even the best teams, sometimes they miss a year, right?
Yeah.
You might miss a year. Central Springs this year, they're the one of only 3 teams ever that have made here 9 straight times. I'm sure you and Ben will talk about that in the next game, but 9 straight times for Central Springs, only 3 schools have ever done that, so it doesn't happen very often.
Alari in the box. She's made a couple great plays at first base. Now trying to make a great play here in the box. Get her offense rolling here. That one's out and away. 4-1. So you got a runner on first. That was the second, quote, walk of the night. There was a hit by pitch earlier. So 4th base runner of the night for the Roadrunners.
Now see if Alari's defense comes back and helps her offensively. Made 2 incredible plays over at first base, and as I mentioned before, some people will just look at it and be like, got the first baseman making a play, but man, oh man, those were tough plays, especially that last one.
Able to stretch out for it. 1 ball and 1 strike here for Alari, with a runner on first and 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Alari holds back. Not enough, though. They're going to say he went around in a strike.
Yeah, so to be a called there by the home plate umpire.
And it's hard to hold back.
Yeah, it is. It's tough, especially on when you're so eager to hit, man. We want to help our team back into the game.
Got to stay patient. That one, they go out and away, and Alari reaches for it. They'll throw on to first easily in time for out number 2. That was well played by Regina. That was clearly out and away by the motion of the catcher.
Yeah, and a good job by Webb there as she gave a glance to second base. Hey, do I have time to get Dixon at second? No, I don't. Turn around and get the runner over at first base. Fundamental all the way around there by Regina.
Yeah, Katie Murphy up to bat, popped out last time out.
Trying to help herself out here, trying to get herself back a run.
That one is a great pitch to hit. Fouls it down the right field line. It's getting a little bit warmer here on the field. The sun is still out and baking. It was 83 the last time I checked. The rain today. We had a couple sprinkles.
Yeah. Have
kind of kept things muggy over here. A 1 pitch to Murphy down the middle and fouls it back again.
Yeah, I thought it was going to open up for a little bit. It's one of those, here in Iowa, we know when it's going to rain, right? It's warm, and then all of a sudden the temperature just drops.
The wind picks up.
And the wind picks up, and that's exactly what happened. It went from the 80s down to about 70, mid-70s, and then must have went around us. So
0-2 pitch to Murphy, and that one's out and away purposely. Goes 1 ball and 2 strikes.
So good job of whoever's in charge of the weather.
2 outs, runner up on second. Pitcher versus pitcher duel right here for Webb on the 1-2 pitch. Murphy rockets to right field. That one's going to get right past the right fielder. Runner turns on it from second all the way home. It's going to be an RBI single for Katie Murphy.
And there you go. You're 1 hit away from getting yourself a run, and Murphy does just that. Flares went out to the right side, and Dixon moving with 2 outs. She's on the crack of the bat, so she's already moving. She scores easily. And just like that, I-35 back to within 5. More work to do, but you're closer.
Cora Keller was hit by a pitch last time up, and it was the first pitch she saw, so she really hasn't gotten much action here in the batter's box yet. She's got a runner on first with 2 outs, trying to extend this inning here. That one's right down the pipe for strike 1.
Yeah, I couldn't get much more right down Broadway there for Webb. Keller will hold, look at one. Sometimes it just takes you, okay, I want to see it first. You see it, now it's action time here for Keller.
208 hitter Keller is. She fouls that one away and quickly falls behind. 0-2 in the count. 20 RBIs this year for Keller. She's started in all 37 games, 21 hits.
62 pitches on the afternoon for Webb and 3 2/3 so far, so you're okay with that. 62 and Just about halfway, a little over halfway through the game.
No balls, 2 strikes here for Webb. Popped up back again. Keller stays strong in the at-bats and keeps it alive here. Holds at no balls and 2 strikes.
Webb's been really consistent as well. 16 pitches in the first inning, 13 in the second, 16 in the third, 18 right now. So she gets out of it all the innings. Really consistent around that 13 to 18 margin. Just has been consistently really good here for Regina.
Still got a couple pitches to play with if you're Webb. 0-2 pitch. High and away. And got her on the rise ball for strike 3. 1 left on. 1 does score. We are headed bottom 4. Iowa City, Regina on top. 6-1. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
What's affordable to her might not be for him. Our means may be different, but our need for energy is the same. And keeping the price for that energy as low as possible is exactly what we strive to do. It's what we've always done. Investments made 10 years ago have kept prices nearly unchanged. Investments made today will help keep prices predictable for the future. With energy that's cleaner, reliable, and affordable for all. An energy future that's American-made. Mid-American. Obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Being your family's grocery store isn't just about having the best butcher cut meat or the freshest produce. It's not about having the highest quality online shopping or experts who handpick your groceries. And it's not just about giving you the most affordable prices. Being your family's grocery store means making sure that you have all of that. And that's why at Fairway Meat and Grocery, it's what we've always been about.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament. Bottom of the 4th inning, Iowa City, Regina on top 6-1. On top of Interstate 35. Blake Walker, Zarin Eggesdahl with you here this evening in your Class 2A semifinal. The Roadrunners able to get across 1. Now we see how Regina responds as we're back to the top of the batting order. Avery Keys lines it into left field, gets it past the shortstop. She's on for a single.
Yeah, right away, sometimes pitchers want to try to get ahead right away, and batters will know that. Say, okay, this pitcher wants to try to get ahead right away, so I'm going to sit back on that first pitch, try to drive it somewhere. That's exactly what Keys does there as she finds an opening between third and short and just shoots it out into the left field gap.
Danny Lachlan, 2 for 2 on the day for the senior. Trying to extend that hitting streak here. She's back over 600 thanks to this 2-2 day. Avery Keys wanting to take off to first base, take off to second. She holds back.
Yeah, and Darst, what a pop there. That's how they judge catchers nowadays, your pop speed. And Darst, good pop speed there. Grabs that one, looks at first, no throw.
Bunt laid by Lachlan. I don't even think she hit it. If anything, she threw the bat more than anything. Evens the count back up at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, people a lot smarter than me can take the pop speed and then judge that along with run speed and kind of determine on, are we going to take off, are we going to run, what are we going to do?
Lachlan steers that thing out to left field, and that's going to bloop. Lachlan is on first, and that is another hit. That was just perfect directional hitting, if you could believe it, because she knew, I'm going to put this right over here.
Yeah, right into shallow left field, and that one behind third base, so it lands in fair territory, bounces in foul territory. It is a fair ball. If that does that in front of third base, would be a foul ball, but fair ball there down the third base side, and that's a tough play.
And it looks like Coach Hayner is going to come over and have a chat here with the umpire about something. I'm not sure what, but
yeah,
whatever it was, solved.
Yeah, not sure what they were. I didn't get any kind of indication from Coach Hayner there about if she was happy with what the explanation was.
I don't know. That's 10 hits today for Regina, by the way. Courtney Kessler up to bat here with a runner on first and second and nobody out. She's going to send that to right field. Shallow right field will drop for a foul ball. Regina, the defending state champions here in Class 2A, looking good here to possibly get back for a repeat. I can't imagine teams that win and then have to come back here because the target on your back has to be ginormous.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know that, and they're embracing it, right? That's we've seen how bolsterous and outgoing this Regina team is, and they're embracing the challenge.
Doing it pretty well here in game 2. 0-1. Chop short.
Hit her.
Oh, it hit her. I was going to say, it was going to be a tough play anyway.
Yeah, that hit her in the box, therefore it's a foul ball. Great job by the umpire on top of it right away. Hit off the bat and then off of Kessler.
It's Tom Sullivan as our home plate umpire here for our 3:30 game.
Yeah.
Wish it was 3:30.
Right.
0-2. Rise ball misses upstairs to Kessler. Kessler reached on a fielder's choice and then had a, quote, triple off an error last time out.
Yeah, we got the best umpires this state has to offer. Some pretty good ones here.
She was given a meatball. Kessler drives it deep to left field. That's going to go against the fence line. 1 run is in. Lachlan will hold at third. It's a double for Courtney Kessler.
Yeah, what a great piece of hitting there. We saw that one from here, too. And that pitch just hung up there.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to sit out like it did. It did. And it's going to be a Kruger Seeds extra base hit to left field.
All extra base hits in today's game brought to you by Kruger Seeds. Your local seeds dealer, visit KrugerSeed.com. First class seed, first name service. It is 7-1 in favor of Regina, and they're trying to pour it on still as Abby Webb, the pitcher, with no outs, comes up to bat. She's thinking bunt the whole way here.
2 for 2 on the day.
Ball is low for Murphy for ball 1.
And sometimes we do that just to kind of maybe get the head a little bit of the pitcher and just kind of get her thinking, so to say, about what she wants to throw. Pull it back and swing away. It also kind of sometimes loosens up the defense a little bit, right? Our defense is, we know, on the pitcher's set, we're going to take a step, we're getting down, we're getting ready. We see that bunt. Now all of a sudden our head, starts spinning. I know when a lot of things are coming at me, right? What happens? Your head just starts trying to figure out what you need to do, and so that bunt look can just throw people off sometimes.
1-1. This one fouled back by Webb. Like you said, 2 for 2 on the day. Both have gone right up the middle. Singles right up the middle.
Yeah, just solid fundamental hitting today so far for Webb. She's just been solid in everything. Pitching, hitting.
Yeah, 11 hits total for the Regals. 1-2 pitch. That one's right back up the middle. It'll be caught and thrown on to first. Nope, throw goes wide. Lachlan will come home easily and score. Runner at third will hold. And it is a score off an error and a reach on an error for Ashley Webb.
Yeah, Murphy just got a little bit of ahead of herself there. She looked at third base, and I think then when she turned around, she's like, oh no, I got to make sure I get it there because Webb is hustling down the base pass. And then by the time she looked a little bit too long of a glance, I think, over at third, turned and she had a hustle. That ball down in the dirt. Going to be a tough play over at first base and an error that's going to cost.
Yes, Harper Irwin is going to come on and run here. An IMT insurance substitution. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. So runners at the corners with still nobody out. Gabby Supel down in the dirt. Runner takes off easily. Irwin has another stolen base to second. And this one getting a little ugly here as you got to remember it's 12 after 3 and 10 after 5.
Yep.
That one up the middle. That one's going to get around. 1 run is in. A runner turns on it from third. No play at the plate. And it's a 2 RBI double for Gabby Supel.
Yeah, Supel brings in 2 runs on the base hit. She'll move up there on the throw to home, and she'll move to second base. And, yeah, now we kind of get into the danger zone. Let's watch this one again. Again, just that kind of that check bunt and then just right back. That actually rode up in on her a little bit on her hands and did a great job of fighting it off.
You got to be my eyes because the umpire gets right in my path if it goes back up the middle. We've had somebody go back up the middle, and I can't see. Yeah. That one's up the middle. Murphy hops on top of it. Play at first. Just in time for out number 1. I think, if anything, Alari might have gotten her with the tag more than the touch of base.
Yeah, and a great job by the umpire over there at first base, was watching the foot as well, because that kind of pulled Alari towards off the base.
Yeah.
But Alari did a great job of holding her balance to keep that foot on. That's what you're more worried about in that situation, is her pulling the foot. And kept the foot on, was able to snag it in time for the out.
Morgan Gahn in the box, singled her last time up. She's going to go for a bunt and misses. She walked in the first.
And you got a runner over there at third base, trying to bring him around. Gone 7, so get a couple more on here, and it could be the top of the order trying to win this game. Still a long ways to go, I-35, but can't give up 3.
This is the dominant Regina team that we've seen all year long. 0-1 pitch, fouled back. That one was hung up in the air, and I think Morgan knew it. Still just 1 out.
Yeah, this is the Regina team that we were expecting in the state tournament, and right now I-35 is just running into a buzzsaw.
0-2 popped up. Underneath of it is the shortstop. Making the grab for out number 2 is Elise Maxwell. Keeps the runner at third. And Jillian Panther will step up to bat. 2 outs. Runner still on first here for Regina.
Yeah, and for I-35, just looking for an out. Let's get back to the dugout. And then you got to try to start hitting from there.
Yep. Panther, short chopper, caught by the second baseman, thrown on to first in time for out number 3. 1 left on, but a lot of damage has been done. Regina leads 10-0 over I-35. We'll be back. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics, because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Programs with tuition less than $20,000 a year and tons of scholarships available. It's the best decision ever. Apply today at central.edu. There's a blurry Central College logo as we try to beat the net, blurry net in front of you. That's the only problem with the net. If you don't get it center, or if you don't get it focused, you get the net instead of the field. But how about this game so far? Regina 10-1 on top of Interstate 35. Trying to get an update from the other field. They are top of the 5th. Davenport Assumption on top of Dubuque Wahlert 3-1. That's in the Class 3A semifinal. It's looking like an Assumption Williamsburg final for, I think, would be not the second year in a row, but Assumption's been there so many times.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. This is number 11. Elise Maxwell, the shortstop, up to bat here.
Yeah, the Girls State Softball Tournament not complete without a Davenport Assumption appearance in 3A or 2A or wherever they land.
They pick. I think it's truly, they ask them, they're like, hey, what class do you guys want to be in this year? They said, we'll just go 2A this year. We'll just go 3A.
So much fluctuation. The runners-up in Class 3 a year ago.
Mount Vernon, I believe, won that one.
Yeah, Mount Vernon, the champions in 3A. Yeah.
Got upset by Benton.
Yeah, Williamsburg finished 3rd, so Davenport Assumption Williamsburg finished 2nd, 3rd a year ago in Class 3A.
1-2 pitch by Webb. That one's popped up foul back behind home plate.
Yeah, we had some new teams in Class 3A this year. Esterville Lincoln Central making it here as well. Davis County was a 3A qualifier a year ago. They lost to Esterville Lincoln Central first round. Ballard, Sioux Central, Wahlert. Sadell, they're back here.
1 ball, 2 strikes. High and away on the rise ball. Strike 3.
Yeah, great pitch there. Again, when you get ahead in the count, you can just do whatever you want with the pitch count or with the pitch selection, I should say. And Webb's feeling it.
I got 5 strikeouts for Webb so far. Just trying to get her team going here. Again, Regina, if they can hold here, would only need to score 1 to end this thing in the 5th. That one grounded foul down the left field line.
I can concur with you. 5 strikeouts for Webb.
Gracie Kirk, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say they left 4 Roadrunners on base so far in this game.
Gracie Kirk popped out in the first, singled the left in the 3rd. Trying to keep that success rolling here. 0-1 pitch, rise ball. Ashley Webb is on a roll. Upstairs for 0-2.
Yeah, Assumption actually won the title in 2021, so looking for 3 straight title games for Assumption.
0-2 by Webb. Up and away on the outside corner for strike, or for ball 1, excuse me. One ball, 2 strikes here for Webb. High and up for 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, trying to get another chase there. Kirk did a great job of seeing that one out of the hands and just seeing it rise through and out of the zone.
Yeah, your last 5 state titles, Regina defeated Wilton last year 6-4. That one out and away for a ball. Northland defeated Earlham in 2021 1-0. Ogden, the year of Ogden in 2020, a 6-1 win for the Bulldogs. Really came out of nowhere. Northland in 2019 3-0 over Alta Aurelia. And then Louisa Muscatine defeated Regina in 2019 3-2, or 4-3, excuse me. Or 2018, sorry.
Full count coming here for Webb against Kirk. 1 for 2 on the day.
Couple long at-bats here today for both teams. 3-2 pitch. Got up underneath of it and fouls it back.
We've seen a couple of them that get fouled back and then kind of float down here to Radio Row. And
one landed right in front of me earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I think it went up and then somehow rolled.
Yeah.
The net's not fully connected to the bleacher.
No.
Kind of scared me a little bit.
Yeah, there's nothing on the front end of that bleachers.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 6 strikeouts for Ashley Webb.
I mean, there's a safety railing for humans, but
yes,
not for softballs. Yeah. Yep.
Josie McCudden, 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a pop-out. Ashley Webb doing great work here in the circle. Sun keeps popping out, going back behind the clouds. Looks like we'll be in for a couple clear skies here as we head toward the end of the day. That one upstairs for ball 1. Ben Gislis and myself will be on the call of the next game. Ben brought back a fruit cup from the big acai. It was funny. You should have seen Dara and I try to pronounce acai. When literally we recognize that it literally says on the side how to say acai.
Phonetically, yeah. It's written phonetically out there for you. But
I was over here, I'm like, the big acai. And I'm like, no, it's not the big acai.
No.
Big
I'm not familiar. It looks good. I'm not familiar. I come from small town northern Iowa, and we don't have a lot of acai bowls.
1-1 pitch, swings and misses. We're talking about Ben, who's eating one right here next to us.
Might have to go try it, though. It does look good. First bite, thumbs up.
There you go.
All right.
A great assortment of food trucks. I have not even walked out there yet to see what type of food trucks they have, but it's been great.
Yeah, from barbecue to acai bowls and everything in between. It can be a commercial.
1-2 pitch by Webb upstairs. Count goes even at 2-2. Josie McCudden, a senior, been a huge part of this I-35 team for many years. They're going to miss her dearly here as she graduates and moves on. She's headed to DMAC to play for the Bears. Swung on a miss. She strikes out the side. Ashley Webb is fired up for good reason. She's got 7 strikeouts tonight. We're at bottom 5. Iowa City Regina on top 10-1. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
What's affordable to her might not be for him. Our means may be different, but our need for energy is the same. And keeping the price for that energy as low as possible is exactly what we strive to do. It's what we've always done. Investments made 10 years ago have kept prices nearly unchanged. Investments made today will help keep prices predictable for the future. With energy that's cleaner, reliable, and affordable for all. An energy future that's American-made. Mid-American. Obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Living your best life means something different to everyone, especially when it comes to healthcare. That's why Mercy One offers compassionate, personalized care. We are here for you with one team of experts providing access to the primary care and highly rated specialty care you need, easily and conveniently. So go ahead, live your best life. We're with you every step of the way. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament. Blake Walker's Aaron Eggesdahl with you here this evening. Regina Catholic up 10-1 over Interstate 35. The Regals only need one more to end this thing, and they will be headed on to the Class 2A championship game to defend their title. First up to bat here for the Regals, number 26, Allie Clark. It was a pretty good fourth inning for the Regals, but then 3 straight lineouts ended their inning, but not before they were able to get a 9-run lead. 12 hits for the Regals. I think somewhere in that stat book it says the most hits in a game. It's per class. I think the most hits ever in a game by one team was 26, so still a long way to go for that even. But that one really turned in the middle of the air there. That one's upstairs, though, 3-0. Hits by a team in a tournament is 39 by Nevada in a 16-team tournament in 1985 hit 47 hits. That's unbelievable, but you're playing in 16 games. And I hate to say I am today years old when I just learned 16-team tournaments were a thing.
Yeah. Yep.
And the more you know. 3-1 pitch. Out and away. Ball 4. And Clark will take her base.
It looks like in a 1A game 24 by Clarksville.
Of course.
In 2017.
Regina actually leads 2A.
2A, yep.
In the 16-inning behemoth game they played against Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont in 2017. The longest game, that's your game.
That's the state. That was the state title game in 2017. That's the game that put us, that with the rain. And somebody that has better memory than me could probably tell you it. That game was a super long 16-inning game, and then we had rain that played a factor, and I think it was Davenport Assumption possibly. That's the game that actually ended the tournament at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Out and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, so Regina has played in the longest game the state tournament has seen. 16 innings. That is, oh my gosh, that's 2 games. Amazing.
Yeah, Davenport Assumption and Albia in that 3A title game in 2017. I think is what the final game of the tournament was.
16 innings, like literally Colin Winterset's game today. You just can't make mistakes, and it feels like there's not a lot of room for error in these games anyway. Just wild. 1-2 pitch out and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner will hold at first here. Avery Keys, a walk, a strikeout, and a single tonight for her. Regina, 12 hits overall, no errors. They've been clean. It's been a big part defensively. Keys pops it up, and that will be caught by the shortstop. They'll try to get the runner back at first. That ball goes wide, so the runner at first will take all the way back off, and Allie Clark is safe on a double. Sacrifice, if you will.
Well,
kind of.
Kind of a weird situation. They tried to get back to pick Clark off. It's almost like they tried to help themselves out and in turn allowed that runner to get over to second. A big splits stretch by Larry over at first base. Just ball too far down to the dirt.
Danny Laughlin, 3 for 3 on the day. She has a chance to end this one right here. Laughlin out and away. Darce misses on the chance to frame it back in the middle.
And I will say, I mentioned earlier, played a lot of time at first base. I never did the splits to be able to do
I'm so sorry to hear that. That one's bunted down. It is a beautiful bunt. Laughlin makes a really big step onto first, and she's just going to get in a runoff.
Yeah.
This is a good decision. Laughlin back and forth on second and third. They'll get the runner back at third. that is why Lachlan is one of the best players in this class, because just her awareness, she just said, I'm going to start jogging to second base.
Yeah.
And she's like, you make a decision. You want me at second? You want to just let me go, or I let the game-winning run go?
Yeah, exactly, and that's I-35 actually toyed around with her a little bit more than they probably should have there. At that point, what they need to do is just run the ball into the circle and say, okay, fine, you can have second base because we cannot let that run from third score. But, yeah, great heads up by Lachlan over at second base.
How about a 4-for-4 day? Again, like I said, she came under 600. That one's crushed. Deep center field. That thing is out of here, and this thing's over. Iowa City Regina is on to the Class 2A semifinal game thanks to a Courtney Kessler bomb.
Well, not your conventional walk-off home run, but it's going to be a walk-off home run for Iowa City Regina, and the girls with the flair, the hair, and the cowboy hats. I was trying to find a third thing to rhyme with, but I'm no.
And the fanfare, sure.
Yeah,
I don't know.
There you go. There you go. But,
Fourth home run of the season for Regina as a team, and it's Courtney Kessler who goes deep, and Regina defeats I-35. 13-1 is your final score. Wow, what a game by Regina. You'd never think that they were almost put on the brink of elimination yesterday by Northeast. Technically, 2 walk-offs to start the state tournament here for Regina.
Yeah, and that, again, unconventional, but you can count that a walk-off home run in my book.
Yeah.
Something that Kessler will always take with her and say, hey, I hit a walk-off home run in the state semifinals to send my team to the state championship.
I-35 finishes their regular season, playoff season at 26-13. They will play for third place tomorrow. Regina, 29-8. Take a look at them on your screen as they will punch their tickets onto the state championship game. Courtney Kessler does the honors, and it's celebration all around. The Regals have a chance to go back-to-back. That will do it for us on the Iowa High School Girls State Softball Tournament. Blake Walker's there at Eggleston. Thanks to everyone on our production side. We'll be back in a little bit to see who they will play between Van Meter and Central Springs. Again, it's a final. Regina 13, I-35 1 in your Class 2A semifinal. Thank you for watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.